loves, so today we're going to talk about the Glamoflauge Foundation from Hardcandy. I have it in shade Porcelain, which is 930 is the number. This came out not that long ago. It's available at Walmart, where all Hardcandy is sold. Okay, so we're going to go through some of the pros and the cons of this foundation. Let's start with the pros. So it's very easily accessible. It's at Walmart, but I guess it's not super accessible as it's not sold everywhere as L'Oreal or Maybelline is. But it's still quite accessible because there are Walmarts everywhere. So it's much easier to go and buy at the store than to have to order online or go hunt it down somewhere else. So that is definitely a plus. It's super affordable. It retails for $7 at my Walmart. I'm not sure if it's $7 nationwide, but definitely a super affordable foundation. Well, the shade range is very pale friendly. This Porcelain shade I'm wearing right now, and I actually feel like it might be too light for me, which is very rare that that happens with a drugstore foundation. I don't know if it's because it's summer or what, and like maybe a little bit of sun has gotten to me, but it felt a little too light, which I can't tell on the camera right now with this light if it looks like a difference. But that often happens with my lights. But I have a new light, so I'm hoping that it's not near as big of a problem where my face looks much lighter than my body. Like, I know my face is lighter than my body because of all of my skincare, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so it looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 different shades of this foundation, so not a huge variety. It is very pale girl friendly, but I don't feel like the deepest shade is actually that deep. So that is a downfall if you are deeper in complexion. So let's see. This foundation wore on me for about 5 hours before it started to separate on my nose. That's the only place that I ever really get separation. And it does seem to settle a little bit in my lines right here, but that is a decently common problem that I do have because I got these big cheeks and deep lines, smile lines in my face. But it doesn't happen with all foundations, so that is a downside of this foundation. But after I powdered my nose, it wasn't too bad. As long as you get it in time and it doesn't start to separate too much. Because one day I wore it and I got it in time and it was totally fine, but then it separated and I let it go too long the next day. So when I powdered it, definitely looked a little piecey still. It set fine and it wasn't horrible by any means, but it wasn't fantastic. So I really like the finish of this foundation. It's more of a natural foundation is what I can tell. It doesn't seem super matte on me at all. Definitely the BH Cosmetics HD foundation that I just reviewed. That one is definitely more matte than this guy. I will link that video down below so you can check that out. Very similar in price. I'll read you what it says on the back. It says a
transforming liquid powder foundation that absorbs oil, camouflages imperfections, and delivers a long-lasting velvet finish. The skin perfecting fluid contains superfine pigments for seamless full coverage without looking caked on. Infused with kale and clay for exceptional wear and oil absorption. Skin retains natural moisture for 12 hours, a flawless production and transfer resistance. Pairs perfectly with our Glamoflauge concealer and covering powder.
So I definitely would agree that it wears for about 12 hours, but it does break up somewhere in between there. It doesn't wear flawlessly on me for 12 hours, and I actually have pretty dry skin. The only place, again, that I ever have any issue is on my nose, and that's not with every foundation, so that is kind of a downside of this guy. I don't feel like it's 100% full coverage. It seems buildable though. So with one layer, it's pretty, I'd say it's like medium, upper medium coverage, not quite full coverage, but it is really nice. But considering the price and the accessibility, it's not a bad foundation at all. I really do love that there is a shade that is light enough for my skin and will be light enough for me in winter. I might have to hold on to it because, or I might mix this guy with some of my deeper foundations that are a little too dark, so that might help me out. So it's a great little guy to have. I could see the liquid to powder aspect of it. And I do definitely agree with the velvet finish. Because it's not too matte, but it's not too dewy. Dewy. It's such a weird word. Dewy. Anyway, I'm also going to include a demo in this video, so I will get to that demo now just so you can see how it applies and how it blends out and all of that. So, if you want to see the demo, just keep watching. white love, so I hope that demo helped you out in seeing how it applies. It blends out pretty nicely. Anyway, it's not my favorite foundation, but it's not bad at all. And again, I do love that it has a pump. That's always a selling point for me. Drugstore foundations don't that often have pumps. Like, there aren't that many. My favorite L'Oreal True Match does not have a pump. The other L'Oreal Infallible True Match, that one doesn't have a pump because it's in a squeezy tube. So if it's not going to be in a pump, the squeezy tube is the way to go. I hate when they're in jars and I have to, like, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so take away from this what you will. Not bad, not amazing, but it's only $7. It's at Walmart. If you're a pale girl, you probably want to check this out. You could always just powder a little extra if you're worried about it breaking up on your nose, which is what I'm going to try and do anytime that I wear this. So yeah, I think that is everything. Let me know what you guys think down below, and let me know if you like videos like this, reviewing one product at a time. And yeah, let me know your thoughts, and let me know what you want to see next. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching.